Batenge to Katenge. Does it as a Muslim, does it make you nervous?
In this country. But it is obviously done to polarize.
It's got nothing to do with anti-Muslim.
They did it right. They did it for that. Come on, let's not.
The context of this when he originally used this was Bangladesh.
And Bangladesh mein it was between who?
Yeah, Hindus cut rahe the.
Bangladesh, Afghanistan, none of these were secular constitutional countries, some sort of constitution. This is a constitutional secular country where the government...
Bangladesh is a secular country.
Yeah, but constitutionally, you know how they were.
Constitutionally secular.
Yeah,
secular.
But the second thing is, you know how the government ran. It was a government...
No.
1 second. Allow me to finish. Here, the majority of the government is a Hindu majority government. And it's fine and it's good. So why can't they protect the Hindu fellow citizens? Now, there's a very interesting point Anand made. This Kashmir example, I don't agree with. Kashmir, after whatever happened in the Farooq Abdullah government was dismissed, it was a BJP government, both in the centre and the state. Why have today, 11 years after Modi ji, Hindus not been resettled in Kashmir?
It was basically Islamic jihadism.
So that's what he's saying.
if
Agar
you have
Sahne they were divided also.
Prove me wrong. Is there an Islamic republic, by that I mean with a Muslim majority, that has a significant other minority?
Yes, Tanzania does. It's a democracy.
ढूंढ के तुझे
Maybe to some extent you can say
57. There are 57 Islamic countries.
Indonesia
is...
What is
Not
the population
really.
of non-Muslims?
97% Muslim.
Let's call it for what
Look,
it is.
there is
Tanzania
no
is-
Muslim majority country on earth which
Yeah.
is not tyrannical to its minority.
You know what he said? There is not a single Muslim majority country that has not oppressed the minorities. True. My point is, there is not a single Muslim majority country which has a significant minority.
No,
because they just
Tanzania
driven
does.
out, converted. I mean, you look at any country. Give me an example.
Tanzania.
यार एक उठा के ले आया अब उसकी मुझे अब मुझे सोचना देखना पड़ेगा population. Knowing you, उसमें भी गलती है.
अभी देखो.
Nigeria.
Okay,
also.
now Nigeria, it's very interesting you've raised it. Look at the Islamic population, Muslim population of Nigeria 50 years ago and now.
And
it is on the way.
Does it make any of us feel a little uncomfortable? It's like, you know, there was a time when saying ek dhakka aur do.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
on the
not going
contrary.
to say that. But at that time, that one used to make me feel uncomfortable. Ki I don't like this dhakka, todo.
Smita, on the contrary.
The slogan is not...
एक
The slogan is not के... The slogan is batoge to katoge.
Katoge sound.
One second. The slogan is not के जुड़ोगे तो काटोगे.
Yeah. Important
There is a
point.
difference between
Yes,
the two.
absolutely.
What you are saying
बहुत
is...
बढ़िया.
It's
that
unity and self-defense.
Ek minute, one by one.
You are talking about unity and consolidation so that you cannot be pushed anymore. That you cannot be not only pushed around, you cannot be genocided anymore. As you have been in Bangladesh, for example. In a way, Bangladesh has been even worse than what Pakistan has been. Pakistan में तो slow genocide है ना. बांग्लादेश में तो major genocide की waves आई हैं. Right? और आज दोबारा से शुरू हो गया है under Nobel Peace Laureate. So I think there is a logic to what these people are saying. Now, if it translates into the other, the flip side of it, then it's extremely problematic.
Okay, what do you say?
Okay, two things. Number one, I completely agree with him. Very beautifully put.
Yeah.
कि काटने के लिए नहीं हम unity चाहते हैं. Unity चाहते हैं कि कटे ना. So that's very important point.
Okay.
I wish some BJP guy had explained it. BJP के राज में हिंदू बटे भी नहीं है लेकिन फिर भी कट रहे हैं. ये चीज कोई एक्सप्लेन करे बीजेपी को. हिंदूज के पास मिता समय नहीं है. आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल देखो जो अपार्थाइड चल रहा है, स्टेट कंट्रोल ऑफ हिंदू टेम्पल्स, वक्फ एक्ट, जिसका लैंड पता नहीं कितना दुगना तिगना हो गया पिछले 15 सालों में जो उन्होंने हथिया है. यू लुक एट RTE अमेंडमेंट इन कंजंक्शन विद RTE एक्ट इन 93rd अमेंडमेंट. हिंदू रन स्कूल्स आर बीइंग क्लोज डाउन. यू लुक एट ऑल द अदर थिंग्स. सो बट भी नहीं रहे हैं लेकिन कट रहे हैं.
Tehseen, as a Muslim, how do you see this?
You don't want consolidation on religious lines. Even on the other hand, I'm the guy who took a stand against Sartan se Juda. Even that consolidation is wrong. So it makes you very uncomfortable. Any consolidation on religious lines makes you... Either side of it.
Okay.
Even consolidation on caste lines makes me very uncomfortable.
Huh.
So both sides. One side will play the caste. One side will play the religion. And this is very uncomfortable. As a nation, we're not thinking as a country
But he's
anymore.
told you the difference, na? You're
It's
consolidating
consolidation.
because you fear being wiped out.
Okay, so let's go to that logically.
So you say Jews should not consolidate?
Hold on.
मतलब
Fear
ये
being,
theory क्या
once
है?
again, fear being wiped out by whom? In a country that is governed by a president, prime minister, chief minister, home minister, chief justice, 99% of them are Hindus. In a country, just hold on, with the
Constitution is anti-Hindu.
Hold on, who's 11 years in power with absolute majority?
मैंने क्या कहा अभी?
And the
Explain
two
to
most
me-
powerful men in the
explain to
world,
me
if your
what's
Hindus are
happening-
still going to get, our Hindu fellow citizens are still going to get.
Okay, let's talk about a state.
One second. Just one second.
Let's talk about a
Bahraich
state
the
in
BJP MLA filed an FIR against the BJP Karyakarta saying they started the violence. Now, I'm only keeping it to BJP. I'm not even going to Hindu Muslim. That's the problem. That is the problem. Where do you draw that line? How do you justify one consolidation for defense and not another consolidation for aggression? Both. And how difficult it is to go from defense to aggression.
What do you mean? You can't justify consolidation for aggression.
Once there is consolidation,
Which
how
is
do you
what Sar Tan Se Juda does.
and it should be
Okay.
criminalized. Which government didn't criminalize
but
it?
do you know a community that consolidates for survival? That is what
And
he's
if
saying.
in
That's
the
the difference.
in the greatest country in the world, if you have to with 100 crore, 120, 115 crore Hindus, you still have to consolidate because you're scared about 20 crore Muslims with a prime minister and home minister who are very powerful. That speaks a lot about their governance.
How many Britishers were ruling India at the peak of their power?
Was it Modi ji and Amit Shah ji? They are powerful
No,
people.
forget.
Ye goalpost
Let's
shift
talk-
कर
No, I'm not changing the goalpost.
Yeah, let's talk about a
I'm talking
state in
about-
east of India.
You're talking about I'm talking about a constitutional democracy with two very powerful people.
Yeah,
Why should
constitutional
Hindus be
democracy
scared?
Constitutional democracy की problem ये है that there are certain constraints which are put on you. There are certain virtue signaling which as leaders you have to indulge in.
Which is wrong.
Which you partly you have to do and partly you think that is the way you win brownie points all over the place.
But if this is the
and
case,
you are not able to take an emphatic position or an emphatic stand on any issue. So there are serious problems. So people who come into power feel that they cannot exercise the power. Now there are some people like Yogi Adityanath who are unapologetic about how they are going to exercise power.
Right.
Some of what he does might be problematic, right? But a lot of what he does is extremely popular because he is willing to, put
He
his
ended crime.
Huh?
Full stop. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
He ended
he's
crime.
he's ended crime.
but has he ended crime? That's the point.
Yeah, significantly.
No,
Largely.
I don't think.
Significantly.
I think the a lot of this police force are involved in crime. But let me come to a larger issue. If Hindus as our fellow citizens today are under threat, forget constitutionally, I'm talking life-wise, or the culture is under threat. Why aren't this unification call for children of BJP leaders? Why are their children mingling with the who's who of the world?
For the
going to
same
best
reason,
universities?
for the same
and why is it not with OAC?
For the
if
same
the COM is
reason,
under threat?
for the same reason that Congress Party, for all its socialism, was willing to send its kids
I
to
agree.
education abroad.
I agree.
So there is
and why all
agree.
DMK leaders send their kids to English medium schools?
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah.
agree with you.
Not to
I'm
Tamil
not.
medium.
I'm not.
So
supporting
there is that going to be that
but that
hypocrisy.
hypocrisy. That's what I'm talking about, and that hypocrisy has been too many fault lines. Now that happened from 1947. It's time we change for the better. Not go say, oh, DMK did it, Congress did it on different lines, so now we will do it on.
Click here to watch the full episode.